want to introduce a wonderful colleague, Adelaida Mayorga. And Addie, you are the program coordinator, industrial technology and energy, NCCER master trainer. That's a mouthful right there. Welcome to the show, Addie. Everyone wants to be safe at work, and we are talking about workforce training, and especially here at HCC, we have a huge training programs. And the Occupational Safety and Health Administration, better known as OSHA, provides rules and guidelines for keeping workers safe. So can we talk a little bit about why is it so important for OSHA education and training anywhere in the work field?
Absolutely. Again, thank you for having me. I'm a pleasure to be here, and it's an honor. So good question. Well, first, let me get started with a quick history lesson for those that may not know. So OSHA, as we know today, was created as the Occupational Safety and Health Act, signed into law by President Richard Nixon in 1970. It was created to address the increase in workplace illnesses, fatalities, and injuries before the periods of 1970. So there was no real law really protecting workers and enforcing employers to create a safe workplace for their employees. OSHA education now, of course, today informs workers of the greater understanding of the safety and health programs, along with understanding their rights as workers and the obligation employers must follow to ensure zero incidents and injuries on the workplace. Then, of course, training is important to know how to identify those potential hazards or accidents waiting to happen in the workplace, then taking the preventive measures to mitigate the accident before it happens. So it's all about making the workplace that much safer by creating a safety conscious mindset. And as we say in industry, going home the same way you came to work.
Exactly. That is so true. Every morning I say that to my husband. So, but when we're talking about the workplace, we assume that only those with technical type of jobs need OSHA training. Is that correct? Or who needs actually OSHA training?
Another good question. So generally, there's two types of industry trainings that we offer. So the first one is being the general industry. That industry is targeting more towards manufacturing, warehousing, retail, and healthcare industry workers. The second one is construction industry. So this training is more specific to residential, commercial, and industrial construction. And there's also two levels of training as well. We have a 10-hour training. This is often designated for entry-level workers, someone that's new and entering the field. And as the 30-hour training is the second one that we offer, this aims to offer a more extensive and diverse experience with additional training topics. And of course, the 30 hours is designed for more of supervisors and managers that are over worker safety. Now, while OSHA itself does not mandate a 10 or 30-hour trainings, workers in the industries that I have mentioned are, of course, encouraged to undertake the training. So it's an added benefit to have as a credential, and companies just love to see their current employees and possibly new applicants as well applying for the positions within the company to have a 10 and 30.
That is so important, all the requirements and definitely following the standards of industry standards, of course. So let me ask you something, Addie. How about, there's so many places where you can find the training, right? But there's specific training places that have a better reputation. They're credible institutes. Why is that important to seek out a reputable and credible training institute?
Of course. Well, OSHA never certifies anyone for credentialing. What OSHA does approve is granting education centers the means of delivering and becoming a reputable OSHA outreach training institute. So there are only 2 outreach training institutes here in Texas that train and credential instructors to deliver OSHA 10 and 30-hour trainings. The first one being the University of Texas at Arlington, and the second one being the Texas A&M Engineering Extension Services, which is TEEX. And this information can be found on OSHA's website. So as mentioned, of course, there's many trainings offered, and there's also many gimmicks in OSHA trainings as well. So if the title says OSHA certified training, especially for a cost that can't be beat, I would be hesitant to take that training, especially because OSHA never certifies anyone. And most likely the training provider is not an approved OSHA sanctioned outreach training institute as the ones mentioned. So it's always important to know the accrediting body that you're receiving your OSHA credential from.
That is also very important. So I'm talking a little bit and tying in HCC to this whole conversation. How does HCC Industrial Technology and Energy Department deliver comprehensible and relatable and also credible OSHA training?
Yes. So one thing that ITE, the Industrial Technology and Energy, ITE prides itself on is our industry training professionals, our adjuncts. Of course, they have the extensive knowledge and experience in what they teach. They are our trusted source for information because of their background on bringing real workforce training from the field straight to the classroom and making that connection, of course, for our students early on to ask questions. And that's one thing that outreach training institutes are big on, the opportunity for students to ask questions and receive real answers from instructors, something you don't really get from those self-paced online trainings. So, of course, it starts with our well-versed instructors that have been credentialed to conduct OSHA 10 and 30-hour courses for construction and or general industry. So all of our OSHA instructors are credentialed by the University of Texas at Arlington's OSHA Training Institute. And we also understand the demographics of students that come to us for training, depending on their line of work, whether they have certain job duties, their educational backgrounds, if they speak a different language. So our training is really for everyone, and it's clear for all learners to understand. And we want our students to take their newfound knowledge and transfer it to their workplace because, of course, their safety and the safety of others depend on it.
Addie, you're absolutely right. And talking about diversity, just a quick little question. And I also want to ask you how viewers can find all of this information. But my quick question is, do you offer classes in Spanish or any other language?
Yes. So currently we are offering classes in Spanish, Spanish and English. We are branching out to explore other languages that we usually we would get some type of inquiry about. One of our instructors now, he speaks about 3 languages, which includes Italian. So if there's any Italian speakers out there that are wanting OSHA training, of course, our instructor is well equipped to speak Italian and offer OSHA training in Italian.
Excellent. Well, Addie, thank you so much. And our viewers can find all the information after our show in our post. So we can definitely get you back again. Addie, I want to say thank you to you, Addie Mayorga, Program Coordinator, Industrial Technology and Energy, and NCER Master Trainer. And again, we will find all your information after our show. Thank you again, Addie. So good to see you, my friend, and we'll see you next time.